A bamboo would be put inside a person's booty hole, and it would be left there. The bamboo would grow really quickly inside.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. We need to get these freak ass niggas on, bro. Because where are they coming up with these ideas? What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the Live Fam. Now today, bro, we got the worst punishments in history by the Painted Explainer. Now, just looking at a couple of these pictures, bro, this is kind of crazy. Pitch capping, castor oil poop barrels, bamboo through booty hole, glass storage. Like, bro, what am I about to watch right now? Let me know what you guys think the worst punishment that you've ever heard of or watched in a movie or something in the comments. And without further ado, make sure you grab your popcorn and let's see.
Yakuza finger removal, also known as yubitsum. It's a ritual done to gain forgiveness after a member committed an offense to someone else in his group. And it consists of amputating portions of one's own little finger to show sincere apology and remorse to the other.
Okay, so yeah, this is some stupid gang stuff, bro. This is why you don't get involved in gangs and everything, bro, because they have stupid way of thinking, bro. Like, their outlook on life is like restarted.
Show sincere apology and remorse to the other. I've put this one as the least painful because it doesn't usually cause lifelong lasting pain, and it isn't
least painful is crazy, bro. Cutting off a whole, like, not your limb. Is your fingers considered your limb? No, but it's a part of it.
Unlike the brutal ones further down the list. Bastinado.
Jesus Christ.
Bastinado consists of beating the victim with a light rod, knotted cord, or lash exclusively on the feet. Unlike most types.
Okay, yo, what the who is thinking of these ideas, bro? We need to study their brains. They need to be locked up.
On the feet. Unlike most types of
It's like, let me think of a torture method. Let's just smash this guy's feet. I want to see his feet. I mean, I don't want to see, I just want to torture his feet. I get your freak.
It is meant more to be painful than to cause actual injury. Even though if done too harshly or for too long, it might cause the victim to not be able to walk anymore. This one is also not deadly. Pitch capping. Pitch capping involves pouring hot pitch or tar into a conical paper cap and forcing it onto the victim's head.
Jesus. Bro, what? Yo, okay, bro. This is the wrong way to say happy birthday to someone. Like,
into a conical paper cap.
You know how we wear these on our hats for a birthday? Is this where it originates from, bro? I'm never wearing one of these again, bro. There might be Diddy oil in that bitch.
Forcing it onto the victim's head. The pitch was allowed to cool, and the cap was ripped off, removing skin and tissue from the victim's scalp.
Yeah, this is absolutely wild, bro. Bro, I feel like the pains that are burning wise or ripping things wise, I feel like that's worse than just getting like something straight through your skin or something, like piercing thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why. I feel like the pain's more severe. Like, you just feel it more, like ripping your skin or like something just getting torn off, like your skin and tissue.
Scarring him for life. It wasn't usually done with the intention of killing, obviously. But deadly infections after this weren't.
Oh my god. Yeah, because if your whole freaking skin's off and stuff, you're exposed, all the bacteria, everything flying around in the air, you can easily get infected, bro. That's why when you get a big cuts or anything, bro, you gotta instantly treat it, clean it and stuff, because like when you have an open wound, you're open to all the bullshit. You're gonna get infected and have to go to the hospital for like 30, 100,000 years.
Elephant's foot. This punishment, also known as gungarao, was mostly used in Asia, specifically India, and it consisted of killing the victim by crushing him with an elephant.
Yo, what the yo, what is going on with people, bro? Why are us as humans so messed up to each other? Like, who just thought of this?
It consisted of killing the victim by crushing him with an elephant.
Crushing, like, oh my gosh, that has to be one of the worst ways to go, bro. Getting crushed to death by a freaking elephant, like, damn.
Two variations.
That's how I'm going out.
If the victim was lucky, his head would be placed on a pedestal and the elephant would crush it.
If he was lucky? What the fuck is lucky about this?
Instantly killing him. This wasn't that painful because the victim would die instantly, but the second variation wasn't as forgiving. Some royal members wanted to sit down and enjoy a long show, so they ordered. Yeah,
these type of people are freaks, bro. Freaks of nature that are not the right types, bro. I'm talking about the freaks that need FBI at the door. You telling me that he wanted a freaking show of somebody getting tortured and beat to death, bro, crushed to death, man. Bro, some people are just so freaking, like, their brains are weird.
The elephant riders to train the elephants to walk over non-vital parts first, such as the legs and arms. The person would get crushed over and over before the elephant actually walked over his head and killed him. Poinaculi. In ancient Rome.
Like, bro, I like how they say sometimes where they try to say that we're getting more violent, you know, as we go, or like the generation's getting more violent, whatever. And then this is what we had to deal with in the past, bro. Like, dude, they was having elephants crush every limb and then their head. Like,
in ancient Rome, those who would kill their own father were subjected to poinaculi. It was a death penalty that consisted of being sewn up in a leather sack with a mix of live animals, including a dog, snake, monkey, and a chicken, and then be.
Oh my gosh, this has to be. Oh my god, this has to be like one of the worst ways to go out. Jesus Christ, like just getting attacked by animals while you have nowhere to go, and you're also kind of suffocating a little bit because like you're in a freaking bag.
Thrown into water. Roman decimation.
Oh, wow.
In ancient Rome, when military units or a large group were guilty of capital offenses, such as cowardice, mutiny, or desertion, they went through the process of decimation. A cohort of roughly 480 soldiers that needed to be punished was divided into groups of 10, and each group drew lots randomly. The soldier who picked the shortest straw had to be killed by his 9 friends, often by stoning, clubbing, or stabbing, while the 9 surviving ones had to stay outside the fortified security of the camp for some time. Since
what the fuck kind of Squid Games is this? Yo, no wonder shows like Squid Games and stuff exist, bro. They was doing shit like this back then. Like, somebody really thought this through and made this a rule, bro. Dude, this is like for entertainment of someone suffering.
Since the killed victim was chosen randomly, all soldiers in the group were potentially liable for execution, regardless of how guilty they were.
So somebody could just get in trouble even though they didn't do nothing, bro? Just because of the law?
Blowing from a gun. Blowing from a gun is a method of execution in which the victim is typically tied
Clash Royale
of a cannon, which is then fired, resulting in instant death. A description of what happens was given by an English soldier in the 19th century, and he said that the victim's head goes straight up into the air for about 40 or 50 feet. The arms fly off right and left, high up in the air, and fall at around 100 yards distance, while the legs—
Y'all describing this like it's a football game or something. What the f— you just blew a whole body to smithereens.
Drop to the ground beneath the muzzle of the gun. It's this low on the list because the victim probably doesn't feel a thing, as his death is instant.
Yeah, but still, Jesus Christ, just all your guts and freaking body parts just flying around like some goddamn boomerangs.
Second's blind journey. Byzantine Emperor Basil II reportedly captured 15,000 Bulgarians during the Battle of Clyden, so he decided to use them as a message to their homeland. He divided the prisoners into groups of 100, and then he had 99 out of every 100 blinded, with the 100th man being blinded in only one eye, so that he could still lead the other 99 back home.
Yo, this is some devilish shit, bro. Oh my God, I'm telling you guys, bro. If we're talking about violence, bro, they was way worse back then, bro. I mean, things be getting done now, but I don't hear shit like this, man. Maybe in other countries and shit, I don't know. But bro, he did some anti-Mr. B shit, bro. Instead of make everybody see, they made everybody blind and shit. He leave one out to lead their blind asses to back home so he could send a message to the nigga and basically scare them of life. Oh my God, yo, that's so devious.
Bulgarian Tsar Samuel died of a heart attack on October 6, 1014, reportedly due to seeing his soldiers blinded. Castor oil poop barrels.
Okay, what the fuck is this about to be, bro?
Someone drank a lot of castor oil caused stomach pain and made them so sick that they could no longer hold their poop together. They would then put the person in a big human-sized barrel and remove them when the person confessed. This could even go as far as leaving the person to drown in their own body fluid.
Are you fucking... Yo, are you kidding me? People suffocated in their own shit?
Fluids inside the barrel if he didn't cooperate. Immurement. Immurement was used both as an execution—
I'm still stuck on this. You drowned in your own shit?
Inside the barrel if he didn't cooperate. Immurement. Immurement was used both as an execution method and as a lifelong imprisonment method. It consisted of putting someone in an enclosed space and really tight space, such as behind a wall, for the rest of his life. If it was used as an
yeah, just go ahead and kill me, bro. Like, I'm not trying to spend the rest of my life like this.
Execution method, the person would be left to starve to death, while if it was used as imprisonment, they would regularly give the victim food. Rack. The person would be forced to lay on a rectangle-shaped wooden rack that stretched the victim's body by pulling the arms and legs in opposite directions.
Bro, don't tell me they tear their limbs apart like they keep pulling.
It caused incredible pain and could lead to dislocated limbs and torn ligaments.
Yeah, you think? I don't think that's the main thing. I think their limbs could just be torn off.
It was mainly used as a method to get information, but it could also be used to tear the victim's limbs out and leave him bleeding to death, tarring and feathering.
Bro, just imagine feeling your arms and legs coming off at the same time, bro. Jesus, yo.
Tarring and feathering is a form of public torture where a victim is stripped naked or stripped to the waist, while wood tar, sometimes hot, is either poured or painted onto the person. After that, the victim would have feathers thrown onto him, or he was—
Yo, our ancestors are fucking devious, bro. Just straight devils, bro. Like, what? How do you even think of this shit?
The victim would have feathers thrown onto him, or he was rolled around on a pile of feathers so that they stuck—
Like, and then all the people around them just like, yeah, torture him. Look at his balls. Like, what's wrong with y'all?
Not only cause extreme burns to the victim's skin, permanently scarring him, but also psychologically humiliate him in public, as he was meant to look like a giant.
Yeah, there's nothing that his mental can ever protect him from, bro. From this shit, he's done. Like, he's depressed. Every single freaking diagnosis you could think of is here.
Chicken walking around the street. Choke pear. It was a metal tool that was put into someone's mouth or booty hole.
Huh? I thought we were saving the booty.
The tool would stretch the tissue to the point of no return. Aztecs' live heart.
I mean, some OnlyFans girl would survive this, but dude, what?
When the Aztecs sacrificed people to Huitzilopochtli, the sun god, the victim would be placed on a sacrificial stone, and the priest would then cut through the abdomen with an obsidian or flint.
Oh, bro, obsidian? I heard that's like the sharpest thing in the world, bro.
Torn out, still beating, and held towards the sky in honor of the sun god. Heretics fork.
Bro, this is like the things that I can't get behind when it comes to like religion or certain things you believe in stuff. It's like killing somebody, tearing out somebody's heart, you know, putting it toward the sun just for like some religious purposes, bro. Like, what the fuck am I? You just tore out my heart, bro. Put that shit back.
Heretics fork. It's a collar with 2 sets of metal forks at each end. One set was placed under the chin and the other at the sternum, and the device was secured around the neck. This forced the victim to keep their head raised, leading to severe discomfort and sleep.
Oh my god. Just imagine like you sleeping, you know how you doze off and you're like, bro, you just kill yourself right there. Just that little and you're done.
Deprivation. The person would be asked questions or just be left there while the fork slowly pierced through their neck and jaw. And this lasted until the victim could no longer hold their head raised, causing the fork to pierce through. Rat's cup. A method attributed to the Roman Emperor Nero involved tying a cup filled with hungry rats to the victim's stomach and then applying heat to the bottom, forcing the rats to burrow through the victim's body to escape.
Oh my gosh. How do you think of this shit, bro? Like that, you gotta have the most fucked up mind.
In some parts of South America, they used a variation of this method called the rectoscope, which consisted of inserting living rats into a victim's rectum through a tube, forcing them to make their way through the victim's body to get—
My nigga, what? So you tell me you putting things in people's butt just because it's fun?
Catherine's wheel, an execution method where the victim's limbs were tied to a large wheel and then struck with a hammer or iron bar, breaking their bones in multiple places. The wheel was placed on display later on, often leaving the victim to starve, boiling alive.
Bro, what is up with the human species, bro? Why do we do this shit to each other like that ass, bro? The aliens probably looking down at us like, these dumbasses, look at these like freaking imbeciles. They're just over here killing each other and shit. Like once we go there for war, they ain't gonna catch us because they gonna kill each other. They're gonna kill themselves before we even get to them.
The victim would be lowered into a large container with a boiling liquid, such as oil, gradually and slowly. The first exposed parts would be the extremities, such as fingers and toes, which have lots of nerve endings and cause incredible pain. Then the skin, muscles, and fat softened and liquefied due to the heat, while internal—
Yo, your freaking organs liquefying? Holy shit.
Softened and liquefied due to the heat, while internal organs and the flesh got boiled from the outside, making the—
At what point do they die?
It's a slow and agonizing process. In another variation, which is thought to be even more—
Yeah, I feel like, bro, I've always felt like just burning or anything hot is like one of the worst ways to go, because like you're not gonna just die right away. Like your body can withstand it, but it's just like at some point it's gonna get so hot you're gonna literally feel your freaking organs melting inside you. Oh my god.
Painful and long. The victim would be lowered into a normal temperature liquid, which would be gradually heated until it started boiling.
Bro, so they literally put them— they don't even just put them straight in already boiled. They let them go in the normal water, fill it for a little bit, and then boil them like they're freaking like a piece of meat. Yo.
Keel hauling. Keel hauling was a severe maritime punishment where a sailor was tied to a rope and dragged underwater from one side of the ship to the other, passing under the ship's keel. If the person did not drown or get vital damage from the rusty and sharp wooden body of the ship itself, they would just do it again until the person was no longer alive.
What the fuck? Like, just throw them into the water or something, bro. Why are you doing it? Like, bro, people just want to— they just like torture methods, bro. That's the only explanation behind all of these. Like, they love to see people go through pain and shit.
Sawing.
Yeah, that's brutal.
When used as an execution method, the victim would be hanged upside down to make the blood flow to the head, increasing the time the person was conscious. The executioner would then divide the victim vertically into two—
What the actual fuck? Yo. I feel like I'm watching a Saw movie or something, bro. Like, what am I watching right now? Like, imagine just feeling your balls be sprayed up, like, just cut open, dude.
Hanged, drawn,
I'm not imagining that.
This method was used to execute men convicted of high treason in medieval and early modern Britain and Ireland. And
is this where hangman came from, bro?
It consisted of multiple steps. The convicted traitor was tied to a wooden board and dragged behind a horse to the execution site. There, he was almost hanged to death, then mutilated and had his organs removed before being beheaded and his body divided into 4 parts. Just to—
My nigga, bro, us humans just treat other humans like a piece of meat, bro. Like, how else can you describe this? This is not humane at all.
In case he was still alive. These remains were often displayed in well-known places across the country.
They displayed their freaking— Yo. Yeah, everybody was on demon timing back then, bro. This is back in my day. You'd be a traitor, and then your limbs are gonna hang and show everybody, bro. It's your whole booty hole just sticking out.
Illustration. This method wasn't always deadly, but in my opinion, it deserves this spot because of how brutally painful it sounds.
That sounds
It's the method of inserting a glass rod into a man's erect willy.
Oh, hell no. nah. Oh, hell no, boy. What the f—
and then smashing it with a hammer, causing the glass rod to fragment into multiple small pieces that shattered all over the inside.
Yep, this is the top one. This is the worst shit that could ever happen to you, bro. Like, worse than dying, worse than anything, bro. No. Just kill me. Just kill me. Don't do this. Just kill me. Just chop my head off or something.
A bamboo would be put inside a person's booty hole, and it would be left there. The bamboo would grow really quickly inside.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. We need to get these freak ass niggas on, bro. Because where are they coming up with these ideas? Let's torture him. Okay, how are we gonna do it? How are we gonna do it, bro? I got a bamboo. He's got a butt. Let's make it happen. Like, bro,
causing incredible pain. It was sometimes left until it exited from the other side.
Oh my.
Spanish donkey.
Oh.
It was a sharp-angled wooden device on which the victim was forced to sit, straddling it like a donkey, with weights attached to their feet.
Yo.
This would increase pressure and pain on the body, often causing severe injury to the legs and spine until the victim was ripped apart by their body weight.
What the fuck?
Brazen bull. A metal statue shaped like a real-sized bull was used to lock someone inside and then heated up with fire underneath. The person inside would feel extreme heat and pain while being burned alive, and it was meant to—
That's what I'm saying, though. Being burned, yeah, this is top 3 worst ways to die, bro.
Burned alive. And it was meant to scare others by showing how bad the punishment could be.
Jesus
There
Christ.
were special pipes—
Wait, so they had literally like a showing to show them getting burned alive? Everybody could see it?
the victim breathe, which also made the screams hearable for the crowd.
If there was any scare tactic that would work, it would be this, bro. Just imagine walking across the street and you just staring at somebody getting burned alive for doing something bad, bro. Yeah, you was being the most uptown citizen that's ever existed in the world.
Hearable for the
Jesus
crowd,
Christ.
resulting in a bull-like sound. The steam would leave from the bull's nose for extra realism.
Yo, that is actually disgusting, bro. They literally thought out every single detail of this shit just to torture someone and kill them. Like, that, oh my god, this is disgusting.
Impalement.
Wow.
The brutal part of impaling, like crucifixion, is that the victim tortured himself. In a famous variant, he was set up high on a stake so that it didn't actually penetrate anything vital so long as he stayed up on his toes, so he could keep it from going any deeper so long as he kept his own weight on his feet. When the victim would get tired, he would slip a little further, and when he felt the pain, he would scramble up again on the already aching and exhausted muscles, only to repeat this—
It's literally only a matter of time until your muscles get just literally failure, and then there's nothing you can do, bro.
exhaustion a little later, and so on until something vital got pierced. Another variant consisted of the Judas chair, a torture device featuring a
what the fuck?
pyramid-shaped seat where the victim was placed at the top, with ropes used to lower and suspend their body weight onto the sharp apex. The chair would slowly rip the person apart. Flaying. Flaying was—
Yeah, every single person that's made these needs to go to jail, but they probably already dead. But you need to be even more dead. You need to be dead. Like, somebody needs to kill you again.
Flaying was a gruesome method where the skin was removed from the body while the victim was still alive. This—
oh my god. Yo, this might be up there with the pee-pee thing, bro. Like, as far as pain, because bro, oh my god, your skin being torn apart, you're still alive.
extreme form of torture was used to cause intense, slow pain and suffering, eventually leading to death through shock or infection. The skin, lacking major blood vessels, did not cause rapid blood loss, so victims could remain conscious and endure prolonged agony. It was often considered a meticulous process, requiring precision and skill from the executioner, and rather than removing the skin in pieces—
all right, bro, they use all the skills that they had to even do this, to keep somebody alive while they're getting tortured. We could have used that to get more advanced in technology, curing diseases and shit. Nah, we're gonna skin this guy alive. Yup, let's do that. Come on, man.
sought methods to flay the victim more efficiently and completely, sometimes using substances like boiling water to facilitate the process.
Yo, oh my god, they're treating this like it's a school project, my nigga. Like, okay, how can we make this easier to skin this guy alive, literally?
This one was a brutal ritual where the victim's ribs were cut from the spine and spread out to resemble wings, while the lungs were pulled through the openings, causing a slow, agonizing death. It's short, but it's one of the most brutal ones, in my opinion.
Yeah, because you're gonna live for at least a little bit, bro. Like, at least, I don't know, maybe less than an hour, maybe 10 minutes, I don't know.
Also known as death by 1,000 cuts, it was a famous method used in China to prolong the suffering for as long as possible. There were multiple variations of this method, even though almost all of them included cutting the skin deep enough to cause incredible pain, but not deep enough to allow the victim to lose blood. In one variation, the victim was restrained, and an executioner would pull knives out at random, each with a body part on it. Left forearm, right thigh, left foot, neck, etc. Each time he'd pull a knife out, he would make a cut on that body part. This would continue until the executioner pulled out the knife with the heart on it, and that's when he stabbed the victim.
Oh my god. Like, this is just sick. Like, somebody really thought this through. Put the pictures of the limbs and everything. It was like, this is a good idea. Let's go ahead and torture this guy. Like, for what?
They would tie a fishnet tightly around someone's body and cut off the pieces of skin that popped up in the holes of the net. In the most brutal version, they would bury someone up to their neck, make a cross-shaped cut at the crown of the head, peel the skin back, and pour mercury in the wound.
We're the worst species ever. I'm calling it right now. Like, what the fuck is this?
Mercury, through its weight, would separate skin from flesh, and as the person struggled to unbury themselves, they would eventually leave their skin behind in the hole.
Wow, are you fucking... What? How do you even still be alive after that?
This one is considered by many to be the worst execution method. In this punishment, the condemned person was placed inside a boat or between two boats, lying on their back with their arms and legs protruding through holes. They were force-fed large amounts of milk and honey, which induced severe diarrhea, and their entire body was smeared with the same mixture. This made them attractive to rodents, bugs, wasps, bees.
Oh, fuck no. Yep, this would be it for me. Like, no. Fuck the